Since we are just only us, I don't think we need to introduce ourselves since we already know who am I, right? And there are no new people. Most of you are regular already. So, well, we can just go ahead and finding ourselves the session. However, since today is only public meditation, therefore, most of the time we'll be focused on training ourselves and the mind, not too much in Buddhism. But at the end of the session today, I like to propose you some announcement. However, maybe some feedback or anything that you like to share, maybe can share after what I'm presenting. Also, today's topic will be, of course, this Valentine. So hopefully you enjoy it, and you can add it or you can questions anything after. All right. So let's make sure yourself, check yourself 3 things before you start. Number 1, your mobile phone. If you turn it off, that'd be nice. But if you don't, at least put it in silent so it won't disturb your inner peace time. Number 2, toilet. Woman is on the right of my side, man is on the left. So if you still want to use it, now is the time. You don't want to go to toilet during meditation time, right? And last but not least, make sure that the room, whether you are meditating with me in here or at your home, watching from broadcasting, if it's peaceful and quiet, it's good enough. So I think you're good to go. If you're all set, for those who are watching from online, don't forget to leave the comment ready so we know each other who you are and watching us. All right, everyone, if you're all set, we shall now begin our meditation. All right. So let's start starting off by finding yourself in the right and relaxed position. You may adjust, sit in a way that you feel most content. Begin by close your eyes gently and softly. Feeling as if you are about to rest or falling asleep. Relax every muscles on your face, making them feeling soft, and your head feeling light, clear from all the thought on the inside. Continue to relax further down from your neck to your shoulder, arms and forearms, all the way down to the tips of your fingers. Adjusting your back and body properly, free from all the tensions that may arise, and relax your abdomen, allowing yourself breathing more easily. So the air and the blood inside yourself can circulate more properly. Continue further down from your hip to your legs and knees, down to the tips of your toes, making sure that the whole body feeling light, comfortable and relaxed. Once you finding yourself the balance in your relaxation, you would feel content, like to stay in this position as long as you can, feeling like the whole body is blended in to the environment or the atmosphere inside this room. When you are done adjusting yourself, continue to adjust your mind. Begin by imagine that you are sitting alone in a place that you like to be by yourself, like somewhere on top of a mountain, where you can be yourself without any concern or having any responsibility, feeling light and empty on both body and mind in this moment. Bring back your mind inside yourself by lightly imagine the star, a shining star, shine within your body at the place where you rest your mind. Observe the star with the mind inside, using your feeling. At the same time, maintain your relaxation. No need to rush or forcing your mind and body to be still. If you feel uncomfortable, you may adjust. No need to forcing yourself to stop thinking and stop moving. Let it rest and let it be. Our mind is like a running horse. As it runs in the beginning, it may run fast, but as it continues, slowly losing the stamina, and soon it would slow down and come to a standstill. Likewise to our mind, let it run, let it be free, without following or forcing your mind. And soon it shall find itself. Stay and be still. From this moment, using your feeling, observe the mind as you progress toward inner peace inside. Observing the mind, but sometimes our mind may wandering outside the body. Bring back the mind By lightly imagine the sun or the star, the moment when you imagine the mind would come back. Let it stay with the star as long as you can. Should your thought arise or disturb, reciting the mantra in the mind, allowing yourself to calm down. You may use your own mantra if you like, or the following mantra to help you calm down. And the mantra is Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Samma Arahang. Continue reciting the mantra in the mind until you finding yourself calm down and free from the thought or the sound of the mantra fade away or disappear. Let the mantra stay with the mind while you observe the star or shining sun. Let us continue in silence, finding ourselves inner peace on our own together in this moment until the appropriate time. Stay and still as our mind gradually come to a standstill. Inner peace and joy fill into our mind. Allow the mind to be free and open to love without any condition. Sharing this feeling of love and kindness inside toward the people that you love, starting from yourself to your family and friends, wishing everyone to be happy, free from any danger or suffering. For those who are suffer, may they be happy. And for those who already happy, may they be happier, more and more. Spending the last few moments before the end, spread our love, loving kindness that we discover inside by expand and share this feeling toward others for a few moments. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathing out. Allow our mind to rest inside. Stay within. Continue on further after the meditation, so we can stay mindful and be with inner peace wherever we go and everything we do. Then slowly and gently open your eyes. Sappha Putthanupavena, Sappha Dhammanupavena, Sappha Sanghanupavena, Sattha Soti Bhavantu Te. Welcome back, everyone. How are you feeling? I hope it wasn't too long. It's just only introduction. 30 minutes should be not too hard, right? So does anyone experience relaxation, feeling good? Raise your hand, please. Okay, very good. All right, that's good. If your body gain comfort, that's good start. Oh, maybe the chair may not be that comfortable, all right? But at your own home, find a good one, okay? Does anyone experience like time fly by fast or feeling your body relaxed and light? Good? All right, that's a good process. Does anyone last time being content? Enjoy your meditation? If you do, that's a good start. The Master himself always suggests that when you start your meditation, always start with the comfort feeling. In this case, I like to use it as a term, comfort zone. The comfort zone is the feeling that both body and mind gain relaxation and comfort feeling. In Thailand, they call it sabai. This comfort zone, you have to find that first, and each individual is not the same. Some may find comfort zone sitting on the floor, sitting like a Buddha statue. Some may be just sitting in a couch or sitting in a position where they feel comfortable. But please note, I only mentioned sitting, not lying position, okay? So keep that in mind. Lying position may not be a good to start with the meditation. But unless if your body are very, really cannot maintain sitting position well, lying could be at the very least, I would like as a last choice. Okay, so keep that in mind with this for the comfort zone. And the comfort zone itself, if you starting, for example, this happened to many people that I came across, including myself sometime when I'm not ready. Like, for example, I just come from work or outside, and when everyone is peaceful and quiet, it's time to meditate. You just come and close your eye and sit right away. This is not a good start. It may be looking good from the outside, but if you start with that kind of feeling like forcing yourself to do whatever others do, in this case, it will be far from reaching the comfort zone or finding inner peace. So it's better when you start, take it easy. Like for example, when you come over here, find your own favorite chair, favorite spot that you like. You're sitting, getting yourself be ready. Like in about 5 minutes you're gonna start. Keeping your mind calm, maintain your focus, and stop thinking about what is gonna be disturbing or what you worry about before you come. Put everything down, getting your mind be ready. Soon you will find yourself be ready. And when you're very ready, you will know that your comfort zone come. The comfort zone itself that I like to emphasize, it is like a middle path. Okay? The middle path, yes. Not too harden on yourself, try to be still, or trying too hard, or not too lax to make yourself losing focus easily, and in the end you cannot focus. It is in the middle. That means you maintain your relaxation and mindfulness on this comfort zone. If you're having this at the beginning, you are in a good start. But if you're forcing yourself, and if you do it every time, it's just gonna be habit, and it's become habit every time. You will not find yourself easily focused or inner peace because it's forcing, and it's not the way for one to achieve inner peace. Okay, so keep that in mind. This happens all the time, including myself when I was a training monk for 7 years. I forcing myself to sit, in a pace like this. I do that until finally I begin to realize, what did I do wrong? And then later on, sitting like this is not my way. So I begin at my own leisure time to sit and finding myself in a more easier way that I get used to. And I finding myself more inner peace quite easily. So you're gonna have to start your homework today, finding your comfort zone first. Like for some of you, maybe just like to sit in a very, very peaceful and quiet, absolutely quiet. Maybe you can reach your inner self easier. If you have that, find that. And if it works, stay with it. If it is not work outside, don't worry. One thing we need to also adjust is not everything be the way that we want. So if it's beyond our control, but at the very least, this is what we found. Accepting it and try to adjust, make use to it. But with your own home, no problem. However you like, but find that the homework is to find the comfort zone, and then experiment how you maintain this. Because sometimes sitting like this in comfort zone, but when something unexpected happens, how do you handle? How do you fix and how do you adjust? This is something you're gonna have to play it out with yourself. All right. So hopefully this is good starting for you, for those who are new watching from the YouTube or those who are with us. Okay. And so today, since we don't have many people and it's quite getting cold, I will not keep you here too long. So I'll just go straight back to our session today that is about our mind, to finding ourselves through love. Since today is Valentine's Day, the theme is about love, of course. But talking about love, I'm not a family man. I'm not just like you guys who experience having more family life or experience all the world throughout more than me. But therefore, I just like to share in the theory practice that can be adapted to your daily life with your meditation inside practice, okay? So the topic today is true love is loving yourself. Before we go to this part earlier that I mentioned, true love is loving yourself. Some of you may not agree. True love is to be kind, care for each other, along with the words that you can find beautifully in Google or anywhere that you learn throughout your life. Even in the theme that you may experience when you were a child, like this at this time, true love, everlasting happiness, the Disney princess, whatever it is, you can find them everywhere. This is the theme that people try to express and put into the propaganda to make people believe what is true love. But in the Buddhist or Buddhism way, expressing about true love, it is much more delicate than just only outside, because training the mind, it is more essence is inside ourselves. And so today we're gonna talk about that. Okay? But hey, before we get to that part, let me sell my stuff first. Okay? All right. So just for letting you know, Insight Timer, I have joined the Insight Timer app, guiding meditation and teaching meditation in short audio. Anyone can access. If you have your own mobile phone, you can download the app for free. Anyone can use it. It's a very popular app, just like MyGem that Venerable Nicholas is showing to you. But I'm I found that it's much more worldwide because there are more variety of 10,000 teaching about meditation in there. You can find variety in there as well. And this, you can also check me out in there. This app is, you can search for LP Pisit GTM, okay? So that's something. And here is my YouTube channel where I taught online every day, every week. So you check it out for the Great Teaching Monk, and that's the program you can use available. So now let's get back to our session today. What is loving yourself in this case when we talk about true love, which is loving yourself? Back in the time of the Buddha, wait a minute, it's nothing religious, okay, just a story, okay, just to ease your mind first. There were a king who has a very beautiful wife, a very beautiful queen and wise woman. One time the king loved her very much since they were just newlywed. And so he asked her, who did she love most? But since she was very wise, so she said, Your Majesty, such a strange question it is. Of course, I do love myself most. To the heartbreaking answer, the king himself was very disappointed. Coped himself with this answer for 7 days. Finally, he could not withstand. So he went to consult the Buddha. How come his queen, newlywed, don't love him at all, but she loves himself? To his surprise, the Buddha said, Well, Your Majesty, her answer was correct. No one in this world loves others than himself. How so? Well, that's the Buddha opened the eyes of wisdom to share it to him why people love himself most before the other. And when he realized the fact, the king himself, at all with his queen wisdom, she very smart, and that he loved her even more. That's the story about loving oneself. And so what is loving oneself that we are talking in here? As the queen herself, she is very wise. She looked into herself just like this. And so today, loving yourself is to be able to see the most valuable of yourself. See that you have your own value without having anyone to tell it to you. You know yourself. But when you know yourself, you understand yourself as well. So by this, spelling the word love can have many meanings, depending on how you defining it. So today I'm going to show you a little bit of my wisdom to share a little bit about what is the word loving. You may have already learned, but maybe different meaning than what I'm about to show. Okay, so let's take a look. But mind you though, I don't have such a good graphic, so just the word should be enough. Hopefully you don't fall asleep on me, okay? All right, let's go with that. Number one, the word love. What is love? Love is to learn. Learn about what? About yourself, not about the other. That's come after knowing yourself. If you want to love your other truly, wholeheartedly, and accepting them, you must know about yourself first. Without about accepting yourself, you begin to expect other to be just what you want. In the end, that would not be true love. You're just forcing other to be just what you want. So that's not true love. But true love is to learn each other, accepting them and be together, and learn what? Yourself first. Okay? Now, number one, love is learning, to learn. Learning what? Learning about yourself, of who you are, your own personality, what you like, what you can do, your ability, and your wits, your wisdom, and your goal, what you want in life. At the very least, this is something that you should know about yourself. Some of us may not realize, even myself sometimes, I learn from others too. Back about 2 months, I have one of my students. Right now, he is already disrobed. He ordained for the short time in Thailand as a Buddhist monk. But when he ordained, he said, my goal is to stay for 2 months. I know what I want. What? I want to gain merit, become a monk, and then I will do this every day after I become ordained and after disrobe. He go to the pagoda inside our temple, pay homage, and that his goal to ordain. And to do that, He did that when he has free time, all the time, and that's his goal. And he said he want to be the most wisdom person. He make a goal himself. At the very least, he want that. So he make a resolution, doing everything he can in his power to get that, reaching that goal. So like, whoa, you have your own goal. I have so many things I want. But he told me one thing. You may have a lot of things that you want, but find the best one, the most important one that you really want. Get that first, and the rest after. I said, hey, that is something. So if you know what you want, what is your goal? You may have a lot of things that you like, but what is the most important one, the one that you really want it most? If that is the goal, maybe you can learn about yourself what you want. But if you just want everything, maybe not really know yet. Okay, so learning is something that you reflect upon yourself. Our physique is quite, unfortunately, is only making us to look outside. We don't really look at inside. Only when we close our eyes, bring back our mind, we will know what we feel, what we want. That is when we learn about ourselves. So same thing too when you practice meditation. You may be listening to the guide by the teaching monk, but when you close your eyes, only you know yourself, whether you are happy, whether you are appreciated, whether you are feeling good on your meditation. Learn and you will find yourself a lot of things. And this is one thing that meditation can help. Hopefully this is good for you to start off with that. Learn to love. Learn to appreciate yourself. What is it that you really want? And when you know that, you will find your others just like you, who have the same goal and want to walk along with you. Maybe you can find your true love from that point on. Okay? Next, O is mean to open mind. Open mind what? Well, open to accept the truth about yourself. Some people know that what their weakness are, what their strength are, but sometimes they may not be easily to accept their faults. So be open is to be accepting who you are. What is your weakness? What is your strength? Accepting them. And if someone telling you, be open to also listen. That's check. And once you find in yourself, is it true, begin to accept and try to adapt and change in a way that can help you become improved than before. This is one thing to about open mind. Because when you love with others, in love with others, you may be clouded to see their weak side. Only see in the side that you wanted to see. May not be open to the criticize or something that you don't like. But if you open mind, you may find yourself much more in truth and be able to accept and love other wholeheartedly. Next is value. Love or V. Value. Value of what? Well, sometimes when we are clouded by our love, our mind, in delusion, ignorance about the truth about ourselves and others, we begin to don't see the value inside ourselves. And so, it must be able to see the value of yourself first. Then you will be confident. When you become confident, nothing what others say will be able to put you down. But sometimes it may not be all the time. So if you can see yourself, no one can making yourself become feeling down. Because the value is what we understand about ourselves most. So be confident of who you are in the strength that you have and the weakness that you own. Some weakness can be the strong point. Have you ever seen that cartoon Kung Fu Panda? His strength is eating. So his master tried to teach him by using his strength is whenever he achieves something, he gives food. So he learned by eating that when he began to adapt, he see the value himself, gain his confidence from just become a fat panda. Thus he adapt himself and see our value and he become a good martial artist from that point on. Same thing too, if we find the strength and accept the value of ourselves, we can use that as a strong point to live our life from this moment on. And so, the last one, E, which is emotion. Sometimes when we judge or making decision to do something, we use our emotion before we can come with reason. So emotion is something, it could be the thing that could destroy our work, our effort in order to become better person and accepting others. So emotion itself must be that you must understand at every moment of how you feel. Sometimes it could be leading you, but if you are able to practice meditation, maintain your mind inside, stay mindful, be aware of your own emotion, you'll be able to adapt, gain control of your own mind, what you think, what you are about to say, and what you are about to do. And so once you are able to do such this, you will be able to adjust and then accepting, then you will be happy in everything you do, everywhere you go, because you know what you like, you know you can control your own self and your own emotion. And you don't have to rely on others to make you feel good. Some people thought that love is to be with the one that they want, the one that they love at all times. But imagine how can they be with each other at all times when the fact is we come alone and soon we go alone too. We don't know when, but this is the path of our life in each individual. If we want others to please us, to make us be happy at all times, how it would be possible when we just come alone and we go alone? If understand this part, we don't need to rely on others to make us happy. Instead, be aware of our own emotion, adapt, adjust, and we will find our happiness at everywhere we go. Practice meditation can also be part of the way to help healing and gain your mind with true inner peace inside. And then you can find yourself true love from within. Okay? The Master himself, I just like to leave you with the words today. We could end quite early today though, but nevertheless, everyone, one thing I like to share with you is, he mentioned that when you find, how should I put this? I'm not sure if you had heard this word before, but let me explain, put into simple terms. When the Master taught in Venerable Luang Por Dhammachayo, he mentioned that when you find the primary sphere or the sphere that arises when the mind becomes still, when your mind totally becomes still, the secret of the world and universe will be revealed to you. You will know yourself, you will know who you are, and you know everything about the universe and the world, how it works. But it can only be discovered when the mind totally still. And you don't need to look for the answer, because it can be ready within. And you will love yourself even more when you're finding your true love inside. So hopefully everyone here can find your true love from the inside. But that can only be the mind, when the mind becomes becomes still, and everything will be visible to you from that moment on. So keep your mind practice with the stillness, not to attach to anything that's happened. When you attach, yes, I have one thing that having trouble myself is I tend to think before it's actually happened. So in other words, anxiety or worry about what's not yet to happen. But nevertheless, it's something that we can control. Worry about it will not helping us to be, do anything good to us. So rather than just let it be as it comes and try to adapt, adjust to what is going on as situation at hand, may be a better approach. You can protect and guarding yourself, but if it not go the way that you want, how will you handle, right? So this is something that loving yourself can also helping you adjust and be able to handle that. And so, before the end, here's some announcement for our our session at the temple today. Here I'm teaching online as well. If you are in case you want it for online, in case you cannot come, you can use this as an access. Sunday at 1:30 p.m. I'm teaching online. Monday and Wednesday at 8:30 at night, but Tuesday here and Thursday as well. So you can join us according to this schedule. For more information, you can ask at the end after class. All right. And so one thing I like to invite everyone here is that we have full moon meditation. I'm not sure about here, but I think there should be one here, but online also available. It will be on this time, March 7. Okay, full moon at March 7 on Tuesday. So you can join us on this day for joining us for an online event, or in-person event. Full moon is one thing that our master and the people in our temple try to encourage, is that if you cannot come into the temple at all, a whole month, at the very least once a month, come join this special occasion on full moon. Why? The full moon is special because it's only once a month, and on this month, it is when it's the shine brightest in the middle of the night. And most of the time, the night is always dark, but the moon is what is keeping it bright. So on this day, you can use it as a way to help brighten your mind through inner peace on this full moon. So mark your schedule on March 7. Okay. Next is spring meditation, refresh and resilience. Okay, resilience, what's that mean though? Anyway, for meditation retreat, upcoming on March 17 to 19. So for more information, you can apply and apply at meditationsurvey.com, or just come here talking to Patrick or May or Venerable Ronapop for more information, or including me too. So I'm just gonna go to meditationsurvey.com, and you will find yourself our information and how to apply there. So you meditate every day, every week, but it's only short for each day, 1 hour, 2 hours. But maybe it's good time to spend a whole weekend for longer practice. It can help you focus and continue improving much better than just once a day. Okay. Next is meditation workshop. We also have our one-day retreat on February 26th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you cannot make, you're not sure you want to make 3 days just yet, come for 1 day. Try that out. Okay. For more information, check out the information at watpadamakkaya.london.co.uk. Okay. Or just ask over here, easier, right? And next is on February 28th, we have experience reflection. So we're going to have group sharing, helping each other on February 28th. And well, upcoming this weekend is Temple Stay. If anyone is interested to come, live a simple life, be observing yourself, how the people in this temple, living their life like. You are free to come join us on this Temple Stay. But if you don't, well, the program still continue. Okay, all right. And that's the end for our session today. Just want to say something, since I mentioned earlier before our start, is that I propose that I like to adjust the way we do things a little bit. It's not like changing weights around, it's just that on Thursday we're gonna have a meditation course from level to level. Anyone can come learn. But of course, since it's a course, it will be continuous sequence. So if you interested and like to make a commitment, we will announce later on next week for more information for the course. But this will not be similar. It may be part of the session that you learned in the past, but it's more in course, continue from each other. So if you like to continue and learning, there are 3 levels, okay? But the first level will be in 6 weeks. Okay. So if you're interested, for more information will be introduced to you next week. So therefore, it's go about meditation bit by bit. for the first goal of the first level is at the very least it helps you and encourage you to meditate regularly. Okay, some of you may have, oh, I can do only with the group, but how and why? What's important for the joining the course can help you see more, and it's in person. Okay, so hopefully interest and come join. And if you like it, if you have a friend who interested but don't know how to start, this course is the way. Okay, so thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you again next time. May the power of the good deeds that we had done together through the practice of meditation tonight, may everyone be able to find inner peace, everlasting happiness inside very easily and successfully without delay.